I am from the East. I am not a Western. I wanted to share what I learned from my experiences with women in the West. This is after a period of 12 years in living in North America. What I will say applies to most women that I met, and most women that my friends met too. Those friends are not Eastern like me, they are mostly Western, so North American. I have 13 points that I will tackle, and I can say that most women in the West have at least 8 or 9 of those points in the bag. 1. Most of them lack accountability. Every single one of the women I met blamed their exes for everything. No matter what happened, it is his fault. He lost his job, so I left him seems to be totally acceptable for them. He had issues that cannot be fixed. He wasn't ambitious enough. He made less money than me and didn't want to work on getting a better job and position. He didn't satisfy me enough in bed. Same time I saw men who were thrown on the couch and never had sex for years cause their wives think that it is within their rights to do that. And if he goes finds someone else, then he is a cheater. I saw women who gained 100 pounds and were totally okay saying that it's their man's job to stay attracted to them no matter what they do. As if a man decides what he is attracted to. They think only their rules applies and the man has no say or no opinion other than saying yes to them. If no, then prepare for lawyer fees, custody battles, child support, alimony, etc. Pretty much the slow destruction of your life. 2. Most of them change their mind every day. Not only they change their mind every day, they think it is their right to do that, and you should accept it because they are simply women. Most of the time when they say I promise or I will do that or let's do that, that doesn't mean anything, it can change after a few hours. So imagine marrying someone like that and signing a contract with them. Go back to point number 1. Lawyer fees, custody battles, child support, alimony, pretty much the slow destruction of your life. 3. Most of them are racists. Yes, no one talks about that, but most of the subtle racism I saw in the West comes from women, especially white women. Most of them want a rich tall white boy. If not, then maybe she will go with a rich tall non-white boy. If both are unavailable, then she will go with a normal average white boy. If that one is not available, then she might go with an average non-white boy. I have seen men with all kinds of women, but I can say easily that most white women who act like they are very compassionate and full of empathy, they end up running after rich tall white boys. 4. Most of them are materialistic and seeking powerful men. Here in the West, most women have good jobs and make good money. You would think that this will make them okay being with someone who makes less money than them or lower than them on the social ladder, but no. Women are still the same, even if you change their situation and give them power. Here in the West, 90% of women go after 10% of the men. You will find the men with a lot of resources and looks, are able to get 100 women a day. And most average guys get close to none. Most women think if they have good jobs and can provide for themselves, then they deserve a man from the 10% of men. Then they realize that most those men just sleep with them for fun and move on. They realize that when they are in their 30s and 40s, when even average guys are not that attracted to them anymore. And who do they blame, you think? Go back to point number. They blame all men. They don't blame themselves for anything. 5. Most of them are not attractive, and the ones who are attractive, feel that they deserve the whole world because they take care of their bodies and faces. If she is attractive, then she will sell herself to the guy with most money and resources. Married women who trap the average guy in the marriage cage, can now gain 100 pounds and he should be okay with it, or go back to point number 1 again, which is lawyer fees, custody battles, child support, alimony. Pretty much the slow destruction of your life. Because women now know that the dating and relationship market is totally in their favor, they have no problem in saying that they consider themselves average size when they are fat, and they say they are above average when they are pretty much obese. Most of them know that most guys are not able to get any average-looking woman because, like I said before, an average-looking woman with a good job and who is self-sufficient, thinks she deserves a guy from the top 5% of men. So an obese woman thinks that she can say she is an average size and she is more than deserving of an average guy's resources and time. 6. Most of them are deluded and do not even make an effort to understand men. A 6/10 woman in looks consider herself a 9/10 because she has a good job. They don't want to believe that men do not care about their income or jobs. They will keep selling themselves as a successful woman so she deserves a successful man. Men want to be respected and attracted to their women. Those modern Western women are less than average looking on average, overweight or downright fat, not very respectful of men, and they have a high partner count because they jumped on more than 100 men for years and years, because they think that what makes them equal to men. Some have or had STDs, most of them even have kids who they will tell you they come with the package. And after all that, they still think that men should want to marry them or be with them simply because they are women. The level of delusion of those women is off the charts. 7. Most of them have no shame. Most women here don't call for equality when it comes to cleaning the sewage jobs, or construction, or garbage picking, or dirty and dangerous jobs, just in having sex and powerful positions in society. They think that having 100 men by the age of 30 is a sign of freedom and female power. They think going out with almost no clothes in -10 degrees is female empowerment. They think it is totally fine that women take advantage of their bodies to get jobs they don't deserve or climb the social ladder. But at the same time they accuse men of objectifying them. As if men are the ones asking them to be naked half the time. When I go to the gym I see women with two pieces on their bodies, showing off their sexy bodies, but if you make a move and you are the wrong guy then she will say you objectify women, and you are an asshole for approaching her. If you are the right guy who is resourceful, and good looking with a nice car then you can probably sleep with her after the gym. 8. Most of them are attention addicts, most of their action stems from the need for attention. Most women in the West have no problem saying anything to men just to get the attention they want. They can surround themselves by men, and promise each of them to go on dates or have sex etc. just to get attention until they find another man who they think is better than you, a higher value man. 9. Most of them think that they can stop time until it's too late. Most of them listen to the feminists who tell them not to worry about your eggs and your looks. You will always be desired by men as long as you go and focus on your career. Then when they are 40 and living with a few cats and already had fun sex with tens of men, they feel that they still deserve a great guy. 10. Most of them want full power. They want to be leaders, have bigger salaries than men, focus on careers, yet they still expect men to still pay on the first date, to be approached by men. Men should propose. They want to be leaders and they want the man to also be a leader. They don't understand that a ship with two captains always sink. They only talk about equality when it comes to power and leadership. They are completely okay with men making 95% of death on the job, doing the dirtiest and most dangerous work too. They are okay that all courts are biased against men, and some of them have no problem in lying and accusing men of sexual assault and abuse just to take full custody of the children and erase the fathers. 11. Most of them think masculine women are attractive. The new modern Western women act like men. They listen to the hateful and manipulative feminist ideologies for decades. They keep disconnecting from their feminine. They want to give orders to men and walk and talk like a man. They want to replace famous male characters with female characters just to prove that women can do what men can do. They don't look at men as complementary partners. They look at them as competition. Imagine you are living with a woman who thinks men are competition. They want to be the king and the queen on the chessboard. They want men to be the knights and the pawns. 12. Most of them do not take critique like men. Try saying something negative about women as a group and see what happens. Probably a woman that you never heard of will know about it in half an hour. Women do not take critique in a logical way like men. They take it as an insult and an attack on the sisterhood. You will be declared as an enemy of women everywhere. You can only say women are amazing and angels sent from heaven. If you have something negative about women to say, then prepare to get a call from the HR department and prepare for all women in your city pretty much to know about it, and declare you as an enemy. Now imagine if men do the same. When some manipulative lying feminist go on TV and say men rape, or men kill, or men oppressed women for thousands of years. 13. Most of them lack empathy towards men. They want to take more and more power from men, but at the same time they don't care about supporting men in any of their issues. They have no problem in talking about female suicide more than male suicide, even though 80% of suicides are male suicides. When it is something that is affecting men by a large margin, you will hear the word people, not men. But if it is the other way around, you will hear the word women every 5 minutes. Men are doing much worse than women in all aspects of society, including violence. Everything from education to healthcare to criminal justice, where women have 65% lighter sentences than men for the same crime because of simply their gender, yet women will make you feel that you are a privileged man and you do not deserve any help or support because you are the man and you can take it. You can take it after they already destroyed you, and you have no help or support because you are simply a man. Those are the points that I noticed based on my experiences in North America, and what I saw from other men's experiences too. Most of women consider all what I mentioned as being a strong woman. Change your mind every day, refuse accountability, sleep with 200 men, that's empowerment. Finally, if you bring women from the East, and put them in the West, and give them all that power, they will become like that too. It is in the nature of females to take all power from men if you give them some of it. Thank you for listening.